Women are the most beautiful creation of God. The letter C that describes her the best: compassion, caring, charming. But there's another letter from the word cancer that we need to protect her from. Talking about the ideas for women cancer control in Africa that can be the best model at the ground zero level. The idea that I'm sharing with you today is the idea inspired by a beautiful woman. Let me share a journey with you of a man who hailed from India and left for London about 40 years back with his family. He, his wife, and his family struggled hard to have a comfortable life ahead. The struggle went on for years, and finally, when they were able to have some comfort, destiny played its part. His wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. She died in his arms. Everything collapsed in front of him, but he gained strength and decided to save the lives of the women in India, his homeland. The outcome was the launch of the Stop Cancer campaign, the Roku Cancer campaign. Roko means stop cancer. Now, the big issue was how a country like India with 1.21 billion population and women population of about 586.5 million, how to reach her, how to convince her of a disease which she had never heard of. Will she come forward? Will you come forward if I were to ask you that a disease called RECNAC is a very dangerous disease and it can kill you if you don't get aware and don't get the test called Margomam done? And here is the facility. So please come forward and take the test. Will you? Will you? Well, I've got my answer. Don't worry, there is no new disease. RECNAC written backward is cancer, and Margomam written backward is mammogram. Now, what this man did was that he thought what it is that his wife did to reach everyone, to help everyone around her. He realized that she reached out to everyone. We got the soul of the campaign, reaching out to women. Ladies and gentlemen, the man behind the Roku Cancer campaign, Mr. Ajinder Pal Chawla. I was given the responsibility of launching this campaign in India. As a team, our responsibility was to reach out to women, to empower her, to make her understand, to remember herself, to prioritize herself. We launched an enormous awareness campaign, followed by the mobile detection units, and also networked with public and private hospitals. Ladies and gentlemen, the idea that we propose for women cancer control in Madagascar is, remember me, a journey from fear to strength. So let's take this journey together. Are you all ready? Would you like to take a journey with me? So ladies and gentlemen, I present before you the ground zero of the campaign. When we started our campaign, the first thing we found was indifference. The ladies would not come forward. We went to tell them about cancer awareness, but they were not interested. They would just smile, they would just laugh and say, oh, it's not going to happen to me. It's not in my family. We moved on, and then we found that they really don't care. We made them understand that it's very important for you to understand. Since you are the pivot of the family, everything revolves around you. But she was not ready. Well, we moved further and saw that curiosity built up in them. And they were a little curious to know what it is all about. What is all this posters happening, the pamphlets being distributed, the teams going down and explaining about the awareness of cancer, she was curious. And later, we saw, yes, she wanted to listen. She wanted to know what it is all about. And then, it is about me, she realized that it is something to do with the women, something to do with herself. Yes, she wanted to be aware. She wanted to know what it is all about. What is cancer? How to prevent it from her? And then we moved further. She wanted to get out of the veil and come in the open and understand. She knew it was important to prioritize herself if she had to look after her family. And then it was a very important thing for us to explain, to make aware the decision makers, to ask them to come forward and support the campaign as a team to save lives of millions of women in India. And then began the operations on ground. We started preparing our teams to reach out to the corners of India, to each and every village, to each and every house, and to let women come forward and get the test done. The ground zero reality was the tobacco factory where we went, where women from morning till late evening were working without any protection. The mobile screening units were launched to back up the project of the awareness. These mobile units reached to villages, to towns, to cities, to each and every village community at large, and especially at the doorstep of the people, taking the facilities of mammogram to begin with, free of cost for the women in the villages. Miles to go, we had to travel. When people were aware, they really wanted us. They were looking forward for the mobile units to come to the villages, to get the free tests, to get the awareness about breast cancer, and they were willingly coming forward in big numbers. Well, the target is to reach out to the world, to save women, to make them aware, and to make them realize that yes, cancer is treatable. If detected early, it can be cured. This is the data of the Roku Cancer Trust in India for the last 5 years. We started off with the breast cancer drive, but then last year onwards, we have been doing the Cervix examinations by conducting the pap test free of cost for the women in different states of India. Ladies and gentlemen, ignored skills, we know. We need to save ourselves. We need to make women aware of the fact that they are the priority. Thank you very much. Me, Sotar, merci beaucoup. Thank you.